You see all the insane hype around games like GTA 6, and it's impossible not to get swept up in it. But have you ever actually stopped for a second and thought, man, what if I could build something like that? Well, guess what? You can. And today we're going to break down the exact roadmap to make it happen. We're talking about going from just playing the game to being the one who creates the entire world. This right here is your guide, your step by step plan to turn that idea into a real thing. And trust me, the industry behind these worlds, it is growing faster than you can possibly imagine. See, gaming isn't just some little hobby anymore. It is a massive part of our culture. A crazy 92% of Gen Z and millennials identify as gamers. This is not some niche little corner of the internet. We're talking about the future of entertainment, period. And where there's culture, there is serious, serious money. Just in the last 5 years, the Indian gaming industry has pulled in a whopping $2.8 billion in investment. This isn't just a passion project. It's a booming field with some incredible financial muscle behind it. And just look at the speed of that growth. We're talking about a 380% increase since just 2019. That is not a slow, steady climb. That is an absolute explosion. And it means right now is the perfect time to jump in. Okay, so you're ready to get started. Just like in any great game, your adventure begins with a really important first choice. So welcome to level 1, building that programming foundation. First things first, you've got to decide, are you going 2D or 3D? Think of 2D games like a lot of the hits you see on your phone. They're less demanding on the graphics, and they run great on pretty much any device. 3D games, on the other hand, they're those huge, immersive worlds like GTA that really push computers to their limits. Honestly, for most people just starting out, 2D is the smartest way to go. But look, before you even start dreaming about cool graphics or epic stories, you have got to learn the absolute basics. Your journey doesn't begin in some fancy game engine. Nope. It starts with simple programming. You cannot skip this step. It's non-negotiable. So for your first language, starting with something like C or C++, well, it's kind of like learning to drive a stick shift. It's a little harder at first, for sure, but it forces you to really understand how the machine actually works. Now, if you just want to build some fun little games for a web browser really fast, you should jump into JavaScript with a library like Kaboom.js. Or, hey, if you're a Python fan, Pygame is an awesome tool for making all kinds of simpler games. All right, you've got your programming basics down. It's time to level up. Now we get to pick your most powerful weapon as a developer, the game engine. This is the magic tool that's going to bring your entire world to life. So, what is a game engine really? Just think of it like an incredible toolkit. It does all the super complicated nitty-gritty stuff for you, rendering the graphics, calculating how things fall, playing sounds. It handles all of that so you don't have to. And that frees you up to focus on the fun part, actually designing and building your game. Now, in the world of game engines, you've basically got two giants, Unity and Unreal. Unity uses the language C#, and it's famous for being super flexible. It has a huge community, which makes it an amazing choice for mobile games and indie projects. Then you have Unreal Engine. It runs on C++, and, well, it's the undisputed king of those stunning movie-like graphics. Oh, and both of them have these really cool visual scripting tools, which let you build game logic without even having to write a single line of code. Pretty neat. And do you know what the best part is? Both Unity and Unreal are completely free to download and just start messing around with. You only have to think about paying once your game becomes a huge hit, either through a subscription or by sharing a small piece of your revenue. So yeah, you can learn, build, and create without spending a single dime upfront. Okay, you've picked out your tools. Now it's time to really become a master of your craft. This next part is all about the skills that take a game from being just okay to being absolutely brilliant. To really make your game shine, you need to focus on three key areas. First up is logic. You've got to master data structures so your game runs smoothly without that annoying lag. Second is realism. You need to understand the math and physics that make your world actually feel believable. And third is teamwork. You have to learn Git, which is the tool that every single professional developer uses to work together. And this is exactly why those technical skills are so important. In a game, every single millisecond matters. A tiny delay of just 100 milliseconds, that's not just a number on a screen. That is a lag spike that a player can feel. And if your game feels laggy, players are just going to leave, and they will probably never come back. Performance is absolutely everything. Look, it's one thing for your game to run perfectly on your fancy, high-end gaming PC, but you want to know the real challenge? The real test of your skill? It's making that same game run smoothly on a basic, low-powered smartphone. If you can optimize your game to shine on simple hardware, that's when you've truly proven you're a skilled developer. And to build a world that feels real, you gotta know the rules of the real world, right? I mean, you wanna figure out the perfect arc for a grenade you're throwing? That's projectile motion. You need to know exactly where your character is standing in the world. That's what 3D coordinates are for. This is how you simulate physics and make your game feel like it has real weight and substance. So, you've built your skills, you've sharpened your craft. Now it's time for the final part of the quest, getting all the assets you need and finally launching your game for everyone to see. Here's a pro tip. You don't have to be a professional artist to make a gorgeous game. There are some amazing websites out there with tons of free 2D and 3D assets that you can just grab and use. Seriously, check out places like Cortinius.com and Kenny.nl. They are absolute gold mines for indie developers. And once your game is finished and polished, where do you put it? Well, for mobile games, the Google Play Store is where you want to be. And for PC games, Steam is still the undisputed champion. These are the platforms that let you reach millions and millions of players and even start earning money from your creation. So there you have it, the complete roadmap, taking you from just a player to a full-on creator. You've got the steps, you've got the tools, you've got the resources. The only question left is, what world are you going to build first?